All right, guys, I got some big breaking news for you that I wanted to share. I'm sure you all know Lina Khan. She's the head of the FTC, and she's a bit of a working class hero. This is a government official that's so popular that oftentimes she'll post on social media, hey, here's what we're working on at the FTC. And she will get replies where it's Democrats, centrists, and conservatives all saying, oh my God, I love you. Oh my God, thanks for fighting for us. Oh my God, thanks for actually caring, and things of that nature. So as the head of the FTC, what has she actually done? She has fought big tech and big pharma. She returned $830 million to people who were scammed. She cracked down on junk fees. She cracked down on what's called pharmacy benefit managers, who are basically a middleman that end up raising the prices of drugs. She sued Walmart for money transfer fraud. She sued TurboTax for deceptive advertising. She sued a bunch of crypto scammers and got $1.65 billion returned to the customers. She cracked down on online fraud, banned non-compete agreements, cracked down on fake patents, and she did that to lower the cost of drugs. She cracked down on for-profit colleges and fake online reviews. She blocked illegal mergers like Lockheed Martin and Aerojet, among many others. She restored right to repair. Just today, we learned she blocked Kroger and Albertsons from merging. Two grocery stores would merge. That would make prices go up and quality go down. She blocked that. She delivered what's called click to cancel for subscriptions. I'm sure you all have experience with this. You sign up for something, it automatically signs you up for long-term payment. Then when you go to unsubscribe from the thing, it's like freaking impossible to find out how to unsubscribe. They make you jump through 14 hoops. She gave us click to cancel, made that illegal, right? So this is what she does. She goes after the scam artists. She goes after the fraudsters. She fights for working people. Okay, well, guess what? Trump just axed her. So Trump's getting rid of her as FTC head, and he's replacing her with a total corporate tool. In fact, the person that Trump is replacing her with says up front, part of my goal as the head of the FTC is going to be to stop Lina Khan's war on business. So here we go. Now, the reason why this is so important, guys, is there's a lesson in here. I was told, and many of you were told, both before the election and after the election, well, hold on now, maybe Trump will be different from other Republicans. Hey, he picked J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance has said some kind things about Lina Khan from time to time. Maybe they'll keep her on. Wrong. They didn't do that. Now, I knew they weren't going to do that. And I feel like anybody who was paying attention and being honest with themselves knew he wasn't going to do that. Why do I say that? He was president already in 2016. He filled the NLRB with people who are anti-union. He filled the CFPB with people who destroyed it. His biggest legislative accomplishment was a tax cut for the wealthy. He was literally just talking to Elon Musk a few months back, and they were laughing about Musk doing union busting, and Trump was giving him credit for being a real tough guy and firing all those workers. All the evidence was there. They were never going to keep Lina Khan on. They were never pro-worker. Just like we say when MAGA pretends like Trump's anti-war, he was never anti-war. Look at his record his first time in office. He was a massive warmonger. So what everybody needs to understand now is, get it out of your head. Not only is Trump not a populist, he's not even a fake populist at this point. He is a revolutionary conservative. Donald Trump is George W. Bush on steroids. He will deliver for big business. He will deliver for the con artists and the fraudsters. He will deliver for the robber barons. He's packing his administration with robber barons. Lina Khan never stood a chance. He didn't even consider for a second keeping her in there. So what I need is everybody who held out some degree of hope to just say, okay, you know what? We were wrong. And by the way, the other theory is, well, anytime Trump makes a bad pick, MAGA will rise up and oppose it and really try to hold him accountable. I've seen literally nothing from any rank and file member of MAGA. As per usual, the cult goes where the cult leader wants them to go. There's no massive outcry. There's nothing. In the same way, oh, Trump's anti-war. Oh shit, he just picked like 17 neocons for his administration. Oops, look at that. Right. That's the point. So just admit you were wrong, admit he's not anti-war, admit he's not pro-worker. There is no more plausible deniability, right? It is resist is all you can do. Resist him at every turn. because he's completely and utterly full of shit, and he's going to make life for average Americans objectively worse. He got rid of one of the literal best government employees that we have, who was genuinely fighting for regular Americans. He just axed her and replaced her with a corporate hack. Okay, so I wanted to deliver that for you, but there's also one other thing that I wanted to talk about. This just happened today, guys. So Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, also known as the world's worst Democrats, and actually Joe Manchin has since become an independent. He unregistered as a Democrat. And Kyrsten Sinema did too, actually. So they were Democrats, they were elected as Democrats, and then now they became independents recently. Well, guess what? They decided to put the nail in the coffin of what remains of their shitty-ass legacies, and they cast decisive votes today against Biden's NLRB nominee. So, in other words, this means Democrats will not secure control of the National Labor Relations Board through 2026. So basically, these two senators who were Democrats handed Trump control of the National Labor Relations Board when his term begins. If they voted the opposite way, Democrats would have controlled that panel through 2026. And remember, under Biden, the NLRB has been genuinely based. They've been genuinely pro-worker. And now, Trump's going to destroy that. Now, it's going to be way harder to form a union, and workers are going to get cracked down on 1,000 times harder. So remember, guys, Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, what are they most known for? They are most known for destroying Build Back Better. So the original Build Back Better had paid family leave, childcare, universal pre-K, free community college, expanded Medicare, higher minimum wage. It lowered all prescription drug prices, not just some, and it expanded the child tax credit. This bill, if it got through, would have been the biggest transformation of the U.S. economy since the New Deal. It would have been a game changer. If that bill passed, Kamala Harris would have won and been president, right? But Manchin and Sinema stepped in and said, no, you're doing too much. I don't like those very good and positive things. Make it worse. And so they did. They watered it down. We got the IRA, and that got through. But if it wasn't for these two, all of those amazing things I just told you would have become law. So their legacy is taking paid family leave away from all Americans, taking childcare away from all Americans, taking universal pre-K away from all Americans, taking free community college away from Americans, taking expanded Medicare away from Americans, higher minimum wage, lower prescription drug prices, expanded child tax credit. All that, they killed it. They killed it. So now they're most known for doing that, but also they're known for turning control of the NLRB over to Donald Trump and the Republicans to screw workers and screw unions from now until the end of time. So this is adding insult to injury. This is Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin basically spitting in Biden's eye on the way out, but it's beyond that. It's not just spitting in Biden's eye, it's spitting in the eye of the American worker on the way out the door, showing their true colors. Why would they vote this way? I'll tell you why they vote this way. They are both complete and utter corporate hacks. By the way, Kyrsten Sinema took, I forget the exact number, it was either $500,000 or $1 million from Big Pharma, and then she immediately flipped her vote and said, I'm not in favor of lowering all prescription drug prices anymore. She said, I'm only in favor of a few of them, lowering a few of them, directly because she got money from pharma. That's who they are. They've sold out to big business. They've sold out to industry. And now, by the way, when they leave, I'm sure they're going to get some cushy-ass lobbying job where they get paid millions of dollars a year to do absolutely fucking nothing. They're going to get paid off for putting their middle finger up to American workers. So, they're gross. They're disgusting. They're dinos, Democrats in name only. And they are the problem. If not for Manchin and if not for Sinema, a Democrat would be president right now, and we would have all those amazing policies. And now, again, on the way out, they're putting a middle finger up to union workers and making life harder for average Americans.